Yo, what's going on, my fellow Italians? So I'm just gonna show you guys real quick the fastest way possible, best way possible, whatever you want to call it, to farm pretty much everything like Mirian, gear, and what's the other one? XP. You can farm all three. This is the fast way for both at the same, all three at the same time. So I'm just gonna show the build that I'm using here real quick. Now the game is in Spanish, I understand that. I'm gonna translate for you guys. And I'm gonna talk about the gear that I'm using and why I'm using it during the game, so you have a clue of how it's helping me as well. Another thing I need to mention is that I've already made a video on this build, like specifically a solo video just covering this build, like a complete guide on this build. So if you want to see that, I'll put a link below, so then you can understand what I'm using here and why and whatnot. Because that's the complete guide, okay? So you know exactly what I'm using and why. And right there, I'll put it on the description as well and in the comments. If not on this, on the other video as well that covers this build, on the description and comments of that video you have everything in English, okay? For the names and everything that I mentioned is going to be there in English as well, if for whatever reason you don't understand the Spanish. But essentially I'm using the sword, the Wrathgiver sword, which gives me 10 Wrath for every execution. That's this what I'm showing you guys here is really just the most efficient build, okay, you can do for this. There's other options you can still try using over here, okay, like the humiliator for example. It's an epic sword as well. And right here I'm just showing you guys that you want to use these two gems, obviously, because they're going to help you gain the most XP. The white gems right there, you want to use the level 4 one, the last level there. Right here you see I'm using the second to last level there, which is not the best one, but you know, it doesn't matter. I just want to show you guys how it works. You don't, but understand that you just want to use the best level right there, okay? So okay, right here I'm just switching again. You see I'm using like the second to last. You want to use the actually last level because that's going to give you the most increase. This one that I'm using right now gives me 12% increase. The last level on the right there gives you 15% each. So yeah, obviously better if you can use that one. That's all, the only thing you need to change. The rest you can just go for damage like I'm doing there with the red gems, okay? And again, I also have I've already made videos on how to farm gems if you want to see how I got mines and whatnot. So you can also re-roll your weapons and get the secondary bonuses on them. You know, I have videos for all of those. I'll put those on the comments and description of this video as well, so you guys can see if you want to how to get your legendaries. Everything is going to be, I already made videos on those topics, so they're going to be down there, okay? So like I was mentioning about the build, this is the best thing you want to do is defenses, okay? In this case, defenses, because it's gonna be the fastest, as you're gonna see here. So I'm defending. You need to play the story mode like a certain point. This is already at the end of the game, but I think you can do this during the game as well. The story, you don't have to like necessarily finish everything, but once you finish everything that you can do this at will is going to be the best, okay? So I'm just showing you guys the fastest possible. Especially at the end of the game when you're leveling up to get those prestige points, this is really good for that as well. Or if you just want to farm medium for whatever reason to buy stuff that you haven't bought yet. So let me talk about the build again. So the sword that I'm using is the Wrathgiver, and the second best option would be the Humiliator. Now the Wrathgiver gives you 10% on each execution, and there's I think there's a bug on it, but if you do the one that he punches the floor, as you see me doing here, I think it's square and X, that ability with that costs might, it will actually give you Wrath as well. Every person that hits with that is going to give you 10 might as well, as if it was an execution. I think it's a bug, but whatever, it's something you can use. And on the secondary for that, I have 15% more damage when I'm at full health, okay, on the secondary bonus of my Wrathgiver. So you see right here, I'm going to punch the floor and get full Wrath right there, just like that. Because of that, every person that hits right there, it gives me 10 Wrath, so it fills up very quickly. I'm just gonna kill these beasts because I don't want them destroying the walls. Ideally you want to keep the, and you see right there also because you get a lot of Miriam, but you want to keep the battle outside here, so you don't want them to be destroying the fortress walls, because otherwise they're gonna get inside, you know, and then you have to kind of, they scatter too much, so it's better when they're over here. Another point as well, just focus on the yellow guys, okay, because they are the ones that are responsible. As soon as you kill them, the defense ends, so you don't have to worry about the other ones. And I'm going to show you what you can still kill the other ones even though you're ignoring them, but we're going to get there. Now on the dagger that I'm using, it's an epic that allows me to get both might and gives me elf arrows as well every time that I do the quick throw. It gives me both elf shots, and it gives me also might, okay? So this is, you see, I ran out of, I kind of fucked up there and I ran out of Wrath. It doesn't matter, I can just do the punch, and you see it fills up really quickly because I have again the sword Wrathgiver, so it allows me to do that. And right there I'm already back to full. And the reason why I'm picking up and if you didn't know, I'm using on the armor and on the rune, I'm using the Marauder set. So those are gonna make it so it drops Mirian like this. When I kill them, any kill that I get is gonna drop Mirian, within a certain percentage of chance, of course. And every kill that my teammates, you know, my other guys on the fortress here that are on my side get kills, is also have a chance of dropping Mirian. So there's two stacking together. You can see there's a lot of Mirian around the battle. So you can just pick up those, and the bonus for using two more other sets like that is that you'll increase your damage for every Mirian that you get. So you see right there, I pick up 7 Mirian. That's actually I think is 2% for every Mirian. So that's 7 times 2. That's 14% increased damage right there just from picking up that single Mirian. So by picking multiple of them, I'm stacking the damage on top of each other, and it lasts like 20 seconds, I believe, for it to go away, the bonus to go away. So you have to pick it up again after those 20 seconds. And you see right there, when you pick up that many Mirian, on top of the damage that I'm already using on my gear, it just gets pretty crazy. It pretty much just stacks everything on top of each other. So yeah, I'll talk about the dagger. The bow that I'm using, it kind of doesn't matter as well. You can use the Vandetta set. You can use the... I have 2 bows that are really good. I have one they're both epics. They make it so you can do like 1% damage for every 1% health that you lose. So you can do up to like 90% damage. Actually, it's pretty crazy. And there's another one that gives you 30% increased damage for when the hit streak is above 10. So that's another good option as well. Or you can, but you can use whatever. It really doesn't matter on the bow as much. For the armor and the rune I already mentioned. On the rune as well, the secondary bonus for my rune on my Marauder set is that it increases 33% the time of my Elven Rage, so that's why it's lasting so long. On top of lasting so long because of that 32% increase, there's also the fact that I'm gaining as I'm killing, you know, so it keeps going forever essentially. And the secondary bonus on my my armor, on the Marauder for my armor, is the one I get 30% Wrath, sorry, 30 points of Wrath for killing a captain like this. So every captain that I kill gives me 30 Wrath. So that's also helping me keep the, you know, the Wrath increasing and whatnot, and pretty much never ending as I'm chaining the kills. And finally, the cloak that I'm using is the Mask of the Undying. So it increases by 32% damage my melee when I dash. As soon as I dash for 5 seconds, there's a 32% damage increase. So that's also stacking on top of all the rest. That's why I'm also killing them so fast. And I'm also dashing before I go for the strike, for the execution. That's why, because I get the 30% damage. So that pretty much covers the build. But again, I'll have a specific build for this build, and I have a specific video linked below that covers this build, full guide. You know, names in English and everything, so you guys can see. And you see what I mean? Like, just kill the yellow guys, and once you kill all the yellow ones, this is going to happen. Everyone's gonna they're essentially gonna surrender. But because I'm inside the Elven Rage, the battle never ends until your Elven Rage ends. So essentially, I can just keep killing them forever, you know? But because they have already surrendered, they're gonna be 0 health, essentially. So I can just one-tap them, you know, regardless of my damage. I would be able to just, like, one-shot them, you know, when you see, like, they're just with their hands behind their head because they already gave up. But because I'm inside their Elven Rage, it never ends, and they are also slowed down, so... You know, I can do this forever, literally. As long as I have Elven Rage, and I keep getting more, it's just infinite. So the strategy when you have this is you just kill the yellow ones first, so that makes the others go to 1 health like this, and you just pretty much go around one-shotting everyone. And as you can see, you're gonna get a ton of Mirian doing this, and there's also a ton of gear as well, because you're gonna be selling those gears later, right? If you happen to get one that you don't want. So yeah, that's how you get a lot of gear too. You might even end up getting the Wrathgiver or the Humiliator itself doing this, these killing right here. Because the best way to get the Wrathgiver is to execute them while inside the Elven Rage, you know. So that's why usually just doing this itself helps getting that. The Humiliator as well. It has to do with executing them, so with the might. So just killing captains with execution is the best way you're gonna make those 2 swords drop. Those are really the heart of the build, is really in the swords, not so much the rest. The rest is really just for the damage and the wrath increase, you know, but they are a complement to the already primary sword, okay? But yeah, just like that you win. It's pretty quickly, like I don't think that lasted more than 10 minutes. And you see I got a ton of gear, a ton of Mirian. You're gonna get a ton of experience as well for finishing the mission right there. And it's all stacking on top of the XP bonus that we're using from the gems as well. And after you're done with the match, you just sell all those things and spend your skill points, sell the gear, so you get more Mirian. And yeah, that's how you just repeat, hence repeat. I can go there and repeat the battle again if I want to. So let me just see if there's something I forgot. Yeah, don't seem like I've forgotten anything. But if you guys have, this is just a repeat of the footage. But if you guys have any questions, why not just comment below? Again, I already have videos. I'm gonna put the links below to like how to farm gems, how to get your legendary gear. You know, the guide on this build that I'm using right here. How, you know, everything's just gonna be in the description. But if you guys still have any questions, you know, just feel free to ask me. And the gems farm is especially good for re-rolling your weapons, so you can get the secondaries that I'm using right here. Because I did have to re-roll my weapons so I could get those secondaries. The Mask of the Undying, by the way, you can only get, I think you get it at the end of the story, so you won't be able to get it before that. But like I mentioned, it's not like key to the build. It's really the heart of the build is really in the swords, and the rest is mostly complementary. And yeah, guys, that's about it. Again, check the links for this, how you can build this build. See the video. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. And yeah, see you guys in the next video. Take care.